orphanage in Romania today. As you all know, my family and I traveled to Romania this past July. We were in the northwest portion of Romania, which is called Transylvania, and near a city called Cluj. The arrow on the slide is pointing to the town of Open Marsh, where the orphanage is. We first saw the gorgeous Romanian countryside from the windows of a train. In the background, you can see the Carpathian mountain range, which runs through most of Eastern Europe. This is part of the town of Open Marsh, which is where we stayed, and at the end of the street is the apartment building that we stayed in. We pass this site every morning on our walk to the orphanage. As Ray said, there used to be flourishing salt mines and a soda factory, which employed most of the town. About 20 years ago, the salt mines began to collapse in on themselves. There used to be one large supermarket in Okna, but 3 Christmases ago it collapsed into a sinkhole, probably because it was built on unstable ground because the builders bribed someone. In a matter of 3 hours, the store was gone. No one was hurt because they had time to get out, but the town went into a panic and about 20% of the population left. Today, the people are really struggling with unemployment because no company has come to take the place of the mines and soda factory. Each morning, and usually several times each day, we walk the 20 minutes to the church and orphanage. This is a common sight that we pass on the way, some gypsies and their horse-drawn cart on the road. The left building in this picture shows the main orphanage, where children ages 3 to 9 live, and on the right is the boys' home. In between them is a courtyard, a small playground, and a soccer field. The girls' home is another 15-minute walk on the other side of town. This is us on the first night when we arrived. After 8 hours on the train, we were welcomed into their family with a tour and a delicious traditional Romanian feast. On our first morning at the girls' home, we sat down in a circle with them and tried to talk, but most of them were too scared to try their English. We somehow started talking about music and found out that we know a lot of the same songs. We played several for each other and sang in the different languages. Here's an example of them singing one of them. They're singing Mighty to Save, which is a song that many of us here know, in Romanian. Unfortunately, the sound's not working. This is their church. It's so similar to ones around here, from the instruments to the songs to the chairs. They have Sunday morning and evening services and several prayer services each week. It seems like a lot of time to spend in church to us, but the lifestyle in Romania is so unrushed that they have plenty of time for God. During the week that we were there, we went on 2 outreaches with the church. This one was to a gypsy section on the outskirts of town. Apparently, there are rich gypsies who live in the only 2-story houses in town, and poor gypsies who live in tin-roofed huts in a group almost separate from the rest of the town. In the background, you can see a traditional Eastern Orthodox church, which about half of the town still goes to. At this outreach, we brought all of the instruments from the church over to a deserted area behind the gypsy village and set them up with extension cords coming from who knows where. Then we had a 3-hour worship service, which consisted of about 2 hours of worship and an evangelical sermon by a preacher from Reading, Pennsylvania. This made it much more poignant because we could understand everything that was going on. It was being translated. During these 3 hours, most of the people stood the entire time. It was touching to see so many non-Christians choose to come out of their houses and listen to what we had to say. We also participated in a feeding program twice during the week, washing dishes and playing with the kids. During the summer, 3 feeding programs in Okna feed about 180 children lunch 3 times every week. The kids also spend the morning and early afternoon playing games, jumping rope, and having Bible lessons. Because of donations from our teachers and people at our church, we were able to take the kids on a day trip to a water park about 2 hours away. We covered the train tickets, lunches, and of course the $1.60 admission fees. Now, water parks in Romania are very different from water parks here. They're like picnic parks with water. There were 3 of the biggest pools I've ever seen. They looked like lakes, especially considering that there was no chlorine and you couldn't see the bottom. But there were also 3 water slides, which was a big treat for the kids and the adults alike. My sister and I slept over at the girls' home 3 times during the week, and our mom stayed over twice to give the staff workers some nights off. We decided to teach them about American sleepovers. They cut our hair and we taught them how to make chocolate chip cookies and friendship bracelets. Within just a few days, we had grown into their family and were able to hang out with them just like we do with our friends here in the U.S. On Sundays after church, they all eat lunch together in the courtyard by the main orphanage. This was our last meal with them, and the next few slides show pictures which the kids took. They absolutely loved using our camera and iPad. We even got a few of them addicted to Temple Run. This last slide shows everyone in the orphanage. Each child had a heart-wrenching story to tell. I'll just share one with you now. One of the girls living in the orphanage now was born to a single mother in 2000. The mother didn't want her, so she left her with her birth father and moved in with her new boyfriend. Her father already lived in a filthy one-room apartment with his son. The father didn't want his baby girl, so after a little while he tried to give her back to her mother, but she refused to take her. He decided to leave her in a basket on the sidewalk outside of the mayor's office for someone else to pick up. The state eventually brought her to Casa Sanctuary Orphanage. This shows 6 of the 9 girls in the girls' home. Some of us are wearing the skirts which they made. People in Germany donate materials and teach them how to sew so that they will be able to bring in money for the orphanage and also learn a skill to be able to support themselves in the future, as Ray said. I'm wearing one of the skirts that they made me right now. There are more skirts in the guidance office, which they sent back with Ray. We're selling them to raise money to buy the kids' school uniforms. They each only have one uniform right now that they have to wear every day. We're asking for a donation of $15 to $25 for the skirts. Stop at the guidance office to try them on if you're interested. Another big way that we're trying to help out the orphanage is through penny power. Over the next week, we will be running a competitive fundraiser to try to raise enough money to buy a new furnace for the boys' room, which is about $2,600. You may have noticed pennies stuck to the walls around campus. You're welcome to take those down and use them for this competition. Anna will come up and explain how it